Good morning. In 1 Samuel 11, God's prophet Samuel calls God's people to all go to the city of Gilgal. And there they are to renew the kingdom. That is, they need to get their hearts right with God, to renew their devotion to Him after forsaking Him as their king and demanding that they be given an earthly king, just like the other nations. But they weren't just like the other nations. They were God's chosen people. He was their heavenly king, and it was His pleasure to save them from the oppressive hand of Pharaoh and bring them to this promised prosperous land. Why would they forsake Him? Why did God deserve to be respected and obeyed as their king? That's the case that Samuel's going to make as he gives a final sermon to the nation. And it's a great one for us all. Why renew the kingdom? First, because of God's sinless word. Everything He says is true. God has never lied to them or misled them. Going back to Samuel's instruction, he asked, as God's spokesman, if he had sinned in any way. Was there any word or way that he had done something wrong? Had he defrauded, oppressed anyone, taken a bribe, anything? And the response from the people was a resounding no. Even the anointed leader Saul had no accusation. And even God Himself bore witness to Samuel's credible word. And of course, that was a reflection of God and His word. King God had spoken perfectly to His people. Why would they want someone else? God is their worthy king. His sinless word is one evidence of that. Second, why renew the kingdom? Because of two, God's saving strength. Everyone He saves is secure. In verse 8, Samuel reminds them of their slavery in the land of Egypt. They suffered greatly. They couldn't free themselves. So they cried out to their king, God, and He appointed Moses and Aaron, who went and brought their fathers up out of that land. God saved them. God's strength delivered them from evil. Why would they look to an earthly king after what God, their heavenly king, had done for them? Third, why renew the kingdom? Because three, God's righteous deeds. Everything He does is right. He doesn't make mistakes. He does everything perfectly. Why would they want an imperfect earthly king who will make mistakes when they have God, a heavenly eternal king who makes no mistakes? Samuel overviews God's deeds for their forefathers in verse 8. When Jacob went into Egypt and the Egyptians oppressed them, then your fathers cried out to the Lord, and the Lord sent Moses and Aaron, who brought your fathers out of Egypt and made them dwell in this place. 500 years covered in one verse, centuries of righteous deeds done by God their King. Why would they want another? Fourth, verse 22. For the Lord will not forsake His people for His great name's sake, because it has pleased the Lord to make you a people for Himself. Why renew the kingdom? Well, number 4, we are His people. We have His name as our God. It pleased the Lord to make us a people for Himself. He wants to renew us. So today, turn to Him. After all, you belong to Him. And fifth, from verse 25, but if you still do wickedly, you shall be swept away, you and your king. Why renew the kingdom? Number 5, if we don't, we will suffer loss. We will be swept away by our wicked ways. We desperately needed the Lord to save us, and we desperately need Him to lead us each and every day. So don't turn from Him, turn to Him. He deserves to be our King, and it is our privilege to say, you are my King.
I'm forgiven because you were forsaken. I'm accepted, you were condemned. I'm alive and well, your spirit lives within me, because you died and rose again. Amazing love, and how can it be that you, my King, would die for me. Amazing love, and I know it's true. And it's my joy to honor you in all I do. I honor you. You are my King. You are my King. And Jesus, you are my King. You are my King. Amazing love, and how can it be that you, my King, would die for me? Amazing love, and I know it's true. And it's my joy to honor